Welcome back to Abra Knowledge channel. This is a follow-up video on Power BI, and we are going to learn how to add the map. And to add the map, we have to keep the spelling and the location name correctly so that when Power BI can detect and use it, right? So now what I'm doing I'm just getting the data. I have the data in Excel, so I'm importing the data. So this Excel data, we can get the data from various form, but currently we have a data in Excel. I'm just connecting it, and this is the Power BI data I have. I have kept it in the desktop, so I'm just fetching from here. It is taking this data. Okay, the data is ready to be uploaded. So I'm expecting a small error because I kept the one row as a blank just to show you this error. For example, it is also identifying that row number 344 has got one error. That error is actually, you can also get, I did it wantedly just to show you the explanation. So if you go to this one, 344, so some of the columns are there in the blank, right? So some values have removed and so on and so forth. This is one of the reason, but that will not affect our analysis. I'm going to continue it altogether, right? So now there are, as you know, there are three sections. One is called report view, another one is called data view, another one is called model view. So model view, so we can convert, for example, if you don't want, for example, of course, density we don't want in some value. Let's say gender we don't want in some value, we can still remove it. But directly while creating the report itself, we can do. For example, so I'm just running it. Now the query also connected. So the data is all right now. And what I'm doing I'm just going to data, and because we are talking about the map, right? Just click map and just expand this up. So nothing is selected. So therefore it is very blank. So the first thing what I'm selecting is that I'm selecting the state, right? So how beautifully it is detected. You can see here, it is detected only in India we are talking about, because I have the data only for India. So it is detected all the blue one, what you can see, it's for India. Let's say you wanted to have some visuals to it. Let's say you wanted to keep that bubbles size is slightly higher, you can do, or this is very higher actually, right? You can still do. Maybe I'll keep it for 25, just for, okay. And then if you wanted to change the color, of course you can change. Blue looks to be fine. I'm gonna keep retain it. If you want to keep it some other color also, you are welcome to do. Okay, but blue was okay. I'll keep blue. And then you can also do that category of this one, and you can also do that heat layer also, you can put it. So I'm keeping that heat layer off because it reduces the font and all that, right? So now I'm going back to that. Within that one, you have a build visuals. There are three things. And now what I'm doing state selected. The inside the state you have cities, right? Different cities. I'm also selecting that. So beautifully it has given. For example, if you take this one, Telangana, for example, let's say talking about the Hyderabad, we are talking about Telangana and Hyderabad. Inside the Telangana, you have a Hyderabad is a city, right? And this is one you will find it. And then even if you take the Karnataka, Belgaum is one city, and then of course you have Bengaluru and all that, right? Mangalore is one city, and then of course you have Bangalore is one city, Hubli is one city, and all that, right? Easily you can find it out. Similarly, you will find all these things, right? So now, if you don't want cities, you can remove off. But having the city, it gives you more information, which city we are talking about, and all that, right? Remove location to display latitude. Okay. Okay, let me do it one more time. What I'm doing, I have selected the state, that is, it has come very well. And inside the one, I have selected the cities, that has come well. Let's say I can add any of the, I have a lot of variables, like for example, literacy is one, main language is one, literacy is one. I can add all this. Let's say I'm taking the literacy is one. But literacy, again, it has given us some value, but we don't want some. So we can go here and go to this one. Let's say you want to change the color. Okay, you have a different color, that's okay. And we are talking about literacy, right? We don't want some value, right? Okay, this is some. And let's say we need only average, so you can just select average, fine. So now all things are ready now, right? I will just make it this dashboard. This is smaller, this is also smaller, and this also smaller. This is all the one which we are going to study. Anything you take it, for example, Tamil Nadu, what is the literacy rate, average literacy rate, right? Madurai, what is the literacy rate? And then you will also find what is the population there, right? So we have not added the population. What I'm doing it, I'm also going to add the population also as well. Now it's going to be even more interesting, right? So I'll just open up the data and I'll keep the population also as well. Let's say both the population have, let's say I have a population for 2001 and 2011. Both the population I will keep it. And what I am going to do is no sum is required, right? So what I can do, I can go to that one, click this up, and then just make it count, distinct count. That's fine. And then go up, make it distinct count. Fine. So now it has given that all this one. So it is given distinct count as one. So because we need just a count. Sorry, small correction. So distinct count will give you how much items, right? So we need a count, actual return value, right? You find here. One second. Okay. So what I can do, show me value as percentage of grad total or sum value or average or maximum. So I think I can just go for, so initially it was sum, so it is, I'll keep it sum. It should be some, sorry, it should be some, because actually we are talking about the collection of cities is there within the state. So some should be the right one. So never mind, I'm just change it back so you can see here. So this has everything, right? What is the the population here? Even if you go to UP, Kanpur, 82 percentage. What was the previous population and current populations and all that, right? And all these things is pretty much possible, and you can do it very easily with the help of this one. And not only that, let's say I'm just changing in source, right? For example, let's say the dashboard is done, and all you have to do is you have to store this one, right? Say save as, for example, Power BI. I'll keep the same one, map, right? I'll keep the map version. Now it has been saved. What I'm doing it is this is been saved. So now I'm going back here. Of course, this file is here. So the one which we have saved now. And now what I'm doing it, I'm just refreshing this one. Let's say I'm changing some value, right? For example, just to tell that there is a change I have done. For example, let's say in this value, right? Say in this value, so all this value I'm just changing, replacing by 0, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? And here also I'm just replacing, just to show you that once I have done it, it also will reflect there, right? For example, this is 3, 5, 7. Okay. Example, let's say I'm just copy pasting the same value, just for I'm done some modifications here, right? I have just closed the file here. The minute you refresh, that's not the actual one. I have just in order to explain that how the refresh works, I have just used it. You can go here. You can, all you have to do is you have to refresh the data. Okay, still that the error you can ignore, and you can see that value. So whatever the value we have given, it is updated. You can see here we have done in daily, right? One second, I can go to this and then I can filter by daily. Okay, so this is the value. Did we change here? Yeah, it has got updated. You can see here. So the same thing, what I will do is I'll go to this main report. I will go to this main report, and then even if I refresh this also, here also I have already refreshed here. The similarly, I will refresh here also as well, that I can close, and here also I can refresh home and refresh. Yeah. So whatever the refreshed value, it has come here, and maybe I'm just going back. I'm just checking whether the Excel has closed or not. So I can just go here. Yeah, okay, we did it in Bombay. Sorry for the correction. So we did it in Bombay, and so I was looking in Delhi. So Delhi was showing the same value. So that's what I got a little confused. So maybe I'm just changing back. I'm just checking whether the changes are there in Bombay. Okay, that's important. Mm, okay, okay, give here and perfect, perfect. It has updated, and the same thing if you, even if you go to Maharashtra, it is pretty much updated also as well, right? So all the values been updated. So like this, you can whatever the customizations you want, you can do it, and you can connect to the SQL server. You can connect to the hub, and you can also do the transformation. We can do that some visuals. And all that is pretty much possible. I hope you like this video. Please do like, share, subscribe to the channel. You have